Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths, the Onyx Watch campaign, where there appears to be a black hole in the sky. Okay, never mind, there it goes. Where the sun, I believe, is that rising? Yes, it is! The sun is rising up in the... which direction am I even pointed in? In the north? Nature's weird. Where was I? Ah, yeah, so, we are in the Onyx Watch campaign. It is a beautiful day in here. Unfortunately, in the real world, outside of this moment, it is miserable. But that's fine, because we're here to play video games and have a good time. Here is Rambot sitting way up in space. And there's another black hole off in the distance. So, what has been happening? So, first off, I have read your comments. And the Orkin, which is the cram bomber that featured last time, has been updated a bit. Well, for one thing, it's no longer a cram bomber. It is a APS gunship. So from here, you can see it has been completely overhauled. It basically spits out a whole lot of medium gauge heat and HESH shells. And it also is super atmospheric. So the altitude of this thing, it hovers about 800 meters. Which means it's a lot faster, it's a lot harder to hit, and it means it can kill things that it couldn't even bother before. So it can happily solo a Bulwark, a Trebuchet, even an Eerie. So this thing is considerably more dangerous than it was before, and I have 3 of them, all flying at different heights. So we have Willy, we have Biggles, we have Cetus, and the Sawback has also been updated, so not a huge update. The only real difference that this thing has, oh darn it, that was the wrong button, is that it has missile countermeasures on the back. This is purely because I was testing it against Steel Strider's things earlier. It's overkill for the Onyx Watch, but if a... can you stop moving, please? I guess it's just moving forever now. If something like, what's it called again? If a Pinnacle or something along that line shoots missiles at it, it's all fine. But the main goal of today's episode is to get enough money to build a ship, because we're well overdue for a ship. I've managed to build one, it's not bad. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for these guys to come down to us, and also these guys, and we're just gonna sit here for a moment and let our resources tick up, and I might actually skip over this a little bit. Should have done this off camera, but there you go. Because I could just run around and continually bomb things, but that is getting a little bit tiring. And we can show off the new Orkinuses, just Orkinae, let's just go with that. That's probably, well, Orkinuses. That's probably the correct one. We can show them off on these guys which are coming right down right now. Honestly, though, like, well, there's nothing to do but wait. So, wait we do. Okay, and we've waited a little while, and we are currently 30,000 materials richer, and I have declared these guys close enough to party with. So, we are going to move a little bit closer. And we're going to party with them, and we're probably going to stray into this tile and provoke a fight a little bit. That's fine with me, because we need some excitement. Here we go. So how big can we make this fight? We can make it pretty big, so what's up? We're up against not incredibly dangerous things. We've got some things with AA that might give us trouble, but it shouldn't be too bad. We have a pulse stave, which I believe... is that a godly thing? Oh yeah, so long as we don't run into a glaive, we should be okay. We should be okay. Because the Orkinus, the APS version of the Orkinus used to have smoke guns, and I am not nearly close enough, I've just realized. And I just realized that the Sawback actually, well, it can fly pretty high. So I want these things in order. Willy, Biggles, and Cetus takes up the rear. You go here, and you go here. And we're gonna chill out on Willy, just because. So this is not... I actually should have waited for them to get a lot closer than this, because they're going to be shooting at us all the while. So this has started very well by me goofing horribly. But that's okay. So firstly, check that everyone is spawned in correctly. And everyone is doing what they should be. And... away we go. And that's the little sonar buoy that just gets dropped in order for the Orkiness to actually acquire a target. This looks cool. This looks really cool, actually. Gonna need you to fly faster than that. Okay, so here we have... yeah, the halberd's actually a bit of a problem because it can track us quite easily. What the hell happened there? What are we? What is this? That is the pal stave. We're all going for that. Yeah. When the new Orkiness opens up, it's actually quite scary because it spits out a lot of little shells. And of course, there's Hesh, which is overpowered, and there's Heat, which is also powered. So it's quite a contrast to the old Cram arm. Can you not get so close, sir? In any case, this is pretty much, like, even I would admit this is a straight-up gunship now, rather than any form of bomber. Although, really, if it flies over the top of something and blows it up, oh my word. The halberd is actually, being a bit of an issue right now.
Engaging now.
Everybody shoot for this guy, because it's being an issue. Also, the... Orkiness APS used to have smoke guns, so it fired heat smoke. But it doesn't do that anymore, because I found that the shells are small enough that half the time they slip straight past LAM systems. So it didn't actually need them at all. The halberd has actually got pretty good AA. It's got these big... what are these shells? These are timed frag, I believe. Yep, they are. They could possibly be a problem for us. So, by the way, I still do not consider these craft I'm using right now, I do not consider them spacecraft, because they fly slightly too low for that. I know NATO's atmospheric boundary, I guess you could call it, is about 500 meters. My definition of spacecraft is if you are down here on the water and you look up, you can't see them. What happened? It's a flying APS piece. Oh yeah, that's because I paused right as this thing exploded. Actually, you got pretty decent lambs on the halberd if it could pop a large missile. Not easy to pop, they have a lot of health. So yeah, anyway, so the APS Orkiness now has... let's see if I can spot one. That is... Yep, that's it. That is a proper regular heat shell with a pretty good penetration, really. I find that it pops things a lot better. Well, if you design it the way it was meant to be designed in the first place, with a HE warhead stacked behind it. I think it's... Is that thing? Yep, its health below 80% and sink. Well, nope. So, do we have another missile coming in? And how's our health? We're good. So notice these things are doing way frickin' better than when they were armed with crams. I admit now that the Orkiness was not a good cram bomber at all. It just was not designed properly for it. It was the wrong shape. It flew in the wrong way. Just lobbing bombs doesn't do the trick. You need to drop them straight down and quite fast. So, not great. Not my best work, I will be first to admit. Let's slow the game down, because we're losing frames quite rapidly. Thankfully, like, these guys can go very fast. So, let's see how fast this is going. We are cruising at over 100 meters per second, which isn't bad for something that... well, it's 60,000 materials, but most of that is RTGs. And we are ticking through materials a little bit. But we are gaining it even faster, so not even an issue. Yeah, there's the PAL stave, which looks like it's going to sink. Nope, it's not going to sink. The halberd is going to snuff it any second now. How are we doing for health? We're doing great. And again, sorry, it's just been nothing but me bombing things from great altitude and just bullying Onyx Watch ships. But if you want to take on the Onyx Watch with minimum stress, this is pretty much the way to do it. It's just bomb the crap out of them. Or I guess shoot the hell out of them, I suppose, because I guess these things count as gunships because they have guns and they shoot at things rather than dropping bombs. Yada yada. I'm still not fussed too much about definitions. Because, well, this is a game that doesn't lend itself well to real-life definitions of craft anyway. How are we doing? You okay? Can you...
Engaging now.
Okay, never mind. You got my drift. How you doing? Let's just pause the game right here. Let this guy despawn. The game is starting to get a wee bit laggy. That's one of the problems I have with using heat and hash, is that anything that spawns lots of little particles, lots of little fragments, it just tanks the frame rate completely. So I'm not a fan of big hash shells, simply for that reason. And I'm also not a fan of, like, actually... Let's see if we can find a little hash shell that dropped, because the hash shells dropped by... these little guys, I believe that they're actually... I think that's it, actually. Is it? Oh, there's a heat shell. There's a hash. Okay, these things do have HE stacked behind them. But oftentimes, I prefer not to stack anything behind a hash warhead because it means the fragment count just gets too high and just lags my machine to pieces. We have missiles coming in. Let's go hang out on the sawback for a second. How you doing up here? Doing good? Doing grand. Wow, it's a different view from way back here. Why aren't you turning to fire, Mr. Missile Turret? There you go. I don't know what caused that. Let's follow these missiles in. Wow, one of the... What's that thing? Oh, it's just disintegrated, whatever it was. How sad. Oh, yep, there's a Proctor. Poor Proctor. It is the least godly craft. It is the least godly craft in the game. Yeah, and it's AI dead. One large missile is all it takes to completely EMP AI dead a lot of things. And this poor Culverin just got decapitated. Completely. Oh boy. And also AI dead. Whee! Splendid! Okay, boy. So now we're back to the waiting game a little bit, but thankfully we don't have much waiting left to do. So just a little bit longer. A little bit longer, a little bit longer. Where is our construction crew?
Listening.
Let's go...
Moving out.
over here. And let's hop on the Builder-Bob. And let us drop your altitude down quite a ways. And I should probably make a fuel-producing vehicle very soon.
Moving out.
Can you please?
Moving out.
We need to drop low. Low, 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 low. Low, 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 low. Ooh, this is... Oh, the Black Lightning's back. It's iconic. There's snow and rain. What is going on here? Okay, so now we're going to load in our big friend. The most recent ship in my arsenal. And not the only one, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. The Suriname is its usual ugly self, and I might make a different refinery ship simply because this is so ugly. The mere knowledge that it exists offends me. And we've got the Skink Mark II, we have the Lechwan, and we have various things, monitors. But this is what we're spawning in. It is a cram raft, and it is long and is big, and if you're a member of my Discord, you might have seen this thing as it was being built. So sometimes I post what I'm building up on the Discord for feedback and just so I stay honest about building it and finish it. So if I can even... it's extended... it is an extended hull battlecruiser, which is what EHBC stands for. I'm probably going to forget that, and it's named after a prehistoric whale, Basilosaurus, which is long and skinny and weird, just like it. So we're going to load you in. Oh my goodness. And we're going to pull all. And you get repaired, and I'm going to name this appropriately. So, Task Force 1. Skinny Demons. And force name is Basilosaur. Scrawny Maiden. That's an interesting... yeah, that is Scrawn and not Scrawny, simply because it sounds interesting. And this boy is going to take a long time to build because he's big, so...
moving out.
let's go annoy people while that happens.
Moving out. Moving out.
Yeah, he's going to take quite a long time, so in the meantime, let's go annoy people. And in fact, let's go... what's coming to kill us? Not an awful lot. Let's start working out...
moving out.
Over here, we got
Listening.
mini bombers. Oh my goodness, Bailey in a trail.
Listening.
We're just gonna go, while this thing's being built, go and just sort some things out. I don't actually recall it. Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do... let's not do that at all. Let's just let it get built. Alrighty, so... the EHBC Basilosaur, the Scrawny Maiden voyage.
Water mode at your service.
Sea thing, thank you. So now we're gonna spawn her in. Rambot is bouncing. And here she is. She's a big girl. So, although she honestly looks smaller than she actually is, she is over 200 meters long, but she is very narrow and not very tall, actually. But that 40-meter height is from the tip of the superstructure right down to this keel down here. And, I don't know, she's turned out reasonably well. She's made mostly out of reinforced wood, she has smoke guns, and it's just generally a reasonably powerful ship. She's not optimized in every single way, she has flaws, and when I'm feeling soft-hearted, I call her Basil. She's also quite fast because she has a lot of Daddy Blades hidden inside her. So there is that. I tried to design her to dodge crams, but what happened instead is that she's got quite a scary LAM system. So just before the laser update, I've made a LAM system I actually like, and also she seems to deal with waves quite well because she's got hydrofoils underneath her. You can't really see them right now. Oh, there you see him. See, right there, just to keep her out of the water as much as possible. Big waves are an issue, though. So now you...
Listening. Receiving. Moving now.
And
Listening.
I'm going to... actually, I'm going to get the sky whales over here. You... go over here. So the whale babysitter, you are going to babysit a different whale. Instead of babysitting orcas, which don't need it anymore, you are going to
Moving out.
babysit a Basilosaurus.
Listening. Receiving. Listening.
And Builder Bob, where should you go? You go right here. And let us speed up. And the next thing I build
Listening.
should probably be a fuel tanker.
Receiving.
Beautiful, beautiful. Is anything come to kill us? Absolutely nothing is.
Receiving.
Let's make sure
Moving out.
these guys are here. And
Receiving.
fleet name is once again going to be Task Force 1. Task Force 1 Skinny Demons. Because I like skinny craft. They're not the best idea, but I do like them. And that sawback is there only for insurance against an Eerie should I run into it. That is literally all it's there for. And I'm gonna save my game right here just as it starts snowing. Where are we? Oil grabbing 4. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Receiving.
Now we're gonna head up here and cause some trouble. And take that resource zone. So the plan is, in this open water right here, the Basilosaurus is just gonna wreak some havoc.
Listening. Moving out.
And let's see what we have here. We have not an awful lot. We have a Pioneer and a Telemachus.
Receiving.
So I am going to send the Basilosaur in all on her onesie, because this isn't even close to threatening her. She's a big girl, so let's stick the Basilosaur up there. And I want to bring this down so the sawback doesn't come in immediately. So the Basilosaur goes here, goes right up in the thing's faces, because the only reason this thing is, well, good against the Onyx Watch is because of the LUM system, which, in the next patch... What is going on? Why were things wobbling? Uh-oh. There we go. So that's a cram barrage. And, oh boy, this is very mean. It is a different kind of mean. I believe this thing is AI dead. Yes, it is. Oh, that's a good shot. That is a beautiful, beautiful shot. Calm waters. Perfect for a big boat with 12 cram cannons on it. And there's the lambs going to work. I forgot what you were. Pioneer. I still hate how cram cannons aim, and, well, the sawback just stole the show. In your own time, ma'am. She scuttles along quite fast, by the way. So she's armed with a mixture of frag, HE frag and HE EMP cram cannons. They're not as accurate as I'd like, but you need really long barrels in order for this thing to work. But if they hit something, it hurts like hell. She's also very ammunition efficient, like, there's very little that... I think that was just one of the smoke gun rounds that did that. Yep, that's it. That is, was over very quickly. Might have to split the sawback off into a different fleet for now. Yep, AI dead. I do like this thing, though. The design is actually quite simple. She also turns very quickly. Okay. And resource-wise, you're absolutely fine. We're just gonna do a little loop-de-loop around here.
Listening. Moving out.
We have leveled up.
Moving down.
Is this actually something dangerous? We've got a pinnacle and a mule. Excellent! The pinnacle might actually scratch us a little bit. So let's cap it like that, because I really want the Basilosaur to show off a bit. will go here.
Listening.
You will go here. And then we will begin. God, I love cram cannons. I wish they were less bad. Well, that's it. You're dead. See, EMP crams work very well against smaller Onyx watchcraft. They only really start to struggle once you're up against big things that happen to have surge protectors and a lot of wood on them. I love the weather right now, by the way. Oh boy. This is another reason you stick your ammunition in the back. Why'd you miss? Can you turn better, please? You don't have a minimum range. Oh, for the... Turn, you effing... They do this sometimes. Can you...
You're in control.
Get over here, please?
Moving down.
It's always only recording and in the campaign that this starts to become a problem, when ships misbehave. Like, you should not have run away from this, at all. Did you miss completely? Oh my word. I cannot stand how the AI aims in this game. I really hate it, in fact. Are you still driving away from it? What is wrong with you? Stop it! Move closer. Oh my word. We're actually out of range now. That's just embarrassing. I have no idea how that happened. Okay, that looked painful though. Are we getting closer? Yep, get closer, please. Honestly. Like, you had one job, and that is to get in something's face and blow it up. Of course, the slightest wiggle is an issue. Are these... If these crams hit, I'm going to be very impressed. Yeah, I think that did it, actually. She's immobilized. Completely. See, that's so nice when cram cannons actually hit something. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen that often. Get closer, get closer. There you go. You on target? And there goes a torpedo, just in case. And this was not a very fair fight. Oh my word, seriously, really? You have a sonar, you know where it is. Enough of your silly excuses. Admittedly, the Pinnacle is not a big target. I think that was the torpedo that hit? This is your chance. Shoot it dead. There's no way you can miss here. No way you can miss. This is still bullying. I thought this would be... Okay. Okay, yep, that did it. I keep forgetting that... Well, it's silly to forget. I keep forgetting that crams are really... They're short-range weapons. They're... It's not really artillery, it's, mortars. That makes no sense. In any case, let's keep going. How's our fuel? Fuel is good. If the LAM system isn't put under a lot of pressure, the fuel on this thing can actually last a long time. Whee! I think I might have played too hard. No way. A Chancellor! Finally, this is a slightly bigger ship. I say slightly. One v one me, bro. I believe the Chancellor is a broadsider, so I'm gonna angle you like that so you actually drive towards the damn thing.
Listening.
There we go.
Receiving.
This might not be the best idea in the world, but you know what? YOLO! Yaks only like onions. Now you're driving into the broadside of the thing. Oh, that's good. Oh, oh, whoa. That's what I like to see. You gonna fire? Nope, I think we just EMP'd like all the local weapon controllers on one side. Don't drive too far away now, I will kill you. Wow, this was one-sided. Very one-sided. Stop driving away from it. I hate how this... Ah, there's the LAM system working. Mostly that LAMS is there to stop, well, exactly this. Big APS shells from ruining my life. Look at you, you scrawny, beautiful thing. Oh, wow, the lag. See, this is like... LAMs these days are actually better than shields. Well, much better at than shields at dealing with big APS shells. And we've just headed into rough seas. You are not doing very well, are you? Wow, look at this. This is... dare I say epic? Yep, I dare to say epic. This is what I wanted to see. Big ships just brawling like this. Admittedly, this is less of a brawl and more oceanside bullying. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. The waves are a pain in the dick, though. They are very annoying. You can see how they're kind of ruining... They do kind of, they kind of are a bigger problem for APS than the crams, because shooting through waves is, like, if you shoot straight, you often hit waves on the way, whereas, crams, because they arc, they shoot over them. So they're not bothered by conditions like this. It's probably why the Onyx watch, area of the map is so stormy. Also, there appears to be a bug with laser targeters with crams, is that they don't save their settings. Like, if you put a setting on it and then prefab it or load it on a sub-object, or just take out of play and put back into play a craft, just the settings aren't set. What the hell are you doing? Okay, yep. Why was that not firing? Was it firing and I just didn't notice? Or did we just circle behind the thing and that's what happened? Look at that magnificent thing. Whoa! Have you ever seen a 200-meter ship doing a wheelie? Well, you have now. Yeah, in Onyx Watch waters, it's a very good idea to have pitch control on your craft. And a nice big superstructure to see over the waves. Whoa, you must be sinking. Nope, not anymore. Damn. I gotta admit that as annoying as the waves are, when you're prepared for them and you get stuff like this happening, it's really cool. It's really cool. Me likey, Nick. Now, we've fixed cram cannons so they're better than they are. See, I really want those shells to pop to... the time fuses on those shells to explode slightly later. Because I tend to find that they... Are you dying? Almost. I tend to find that they, well, at least on this craft, they explode slightly too early. Just consistently, they explode too early. And that's because it's aiming for blocks that move away as the shell's in the air, and that means it pops too soon. Especially for the EMP shells, that's a real big problem. Because it means they don't get to deliver their EMP charge. You see that, like, over here, they exploded way too soon, and that's not an inertial fuse. That's the timed fuse being annoying. Anyway, this Chancellor is almost done. Oops, bad cameramanship there. Let's follow this volley. Whee! Yeah, that's it. You are disintegrating. Let us pause the game and let you disintegrate in peace. Whee! It's possible that I just rushed this campaign too much because I was paranoid of getting curb stomped by trebuchets and whatnot. Because we're not seeing a lot of big stuff. We're not seeing a lot of big scary craft, which on the one hand is great because they raise my blood pressure. And on the other hand, it's not tremendously exciting because, like, I built the Basilosaurus to be able to take on a trebuchet and an iron cordon. So, yeah, it's not fantastic. So now you'll go over there. Let's just bomb this village, just while we're here. While we are here, let us bomb the village. Let's jack up the block count a bit. And you, sir, I'm going to have driving in a big circle. And... begin. I'm not going to capture anything, because capturing is boring. And no one likes it. Well, some people like it, I don't.
You're in control. Moving now. Moving now.
That ought to keep you busy. Dude, why are you underwater? That just made things a lot harder. Well, there goes that lighthouse. This is... why is this underwater? Just... oh dear, did they change the topography of the place? That's annoying. Oh no, really? Really? Oh, this is a disaster. I'm gonna have to capture these things. Or not. Are you AI dead? Yes, you are. Okay, it only takes one torpedo per one.
Receiving. Moving now.
See, right here, this is just going to be rude. See, family dinner right here. Cram cannons. Okay, here's our torpedo. Is it going to kill things? No, damn it. Yay! I thought we'd be stuck here for ages. I think we're good. I think that little raiding party went excellently. God, you're actually pretty beautiful. I love you. Kind of a more advanced version of the Skiller, if I'm perfectly honest, because it's a wooden, or at least reinforced wooden, cram raft thing.
Moving out. Receiving.
So this is the last... well, not the last one. We'll see how we do. Cauldron, buttress, mule. Oh, come on. This is not a fight. This is not a fight. Sooner or later, we are gonna run into big stuff, and I don't know when that will be. I think... I don't know. There might be a few Eries that spawn. Also, AI apparently has terrain avoidance now, which is very nice. And now we're gonna fight at night. When the lights go down in the city. Oh, that looks cool. Why is the sea red, or is it just me? Okay, what are we up against? I didn't actually check that much. We have the cauldron. Ah, yes, the cauldron's a godly design. I forgot about that. And buttress and a mule. Yeah, the cauldron actually has a decent lamb system. Oh, okay, what was that? Not quite good enough to deal with 12 big cramshells all at once. Hello. If that's AI dead, I'm gonna be very amused. I actually just realized that the sawback has an intravehicle transmitter on it. And so it's actually helping the Basilosaur, or Basil, acquire targets. That's very nice of you. So we can shoot the Onyx Watch, but they have considerable trouble shooting back. That's very nice, and I think that little thing just got AI deaded by a torpedo. You think you can... Yeah, the lambs on that thing is I went overboard with that. It can, like, handle an entire trebuchet barrage. Please don't collide with anything. That'll make me very sad. Oh my god, you're actually going to... Turn really hard now. Oh god. Ay, 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 ay. Stop! Okay. Keep going. What did we lose? I think we lost a gun barrel. That's annoying. Don't grab. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. You, sir, are a menace. Turn, for the love of peanuts. Turn faster. I think actually what's happening is... Oh, God, no. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Stop, stop, stop. I think its rudder sometimes poke out of the water, and that's what's causing the problem. It doesn't even need to move that much, really. Stop, please. Yep, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Can I turn you to be less stupid? This is why I am reluctant to make boats. And also should put turning props on this thing. J, don't mind if you sink. Oh, the other one, the other one. Okay. Go this way, go this way. Yes! And stop. Go collide with nothing, if you please. There you go. I needed to put the terrain avoidance up a lot. Okay, let's pull all. That was very good. This is why I don't want to use ships anywhere near land. Because they have terrain avoidance now, but it's still not very good. Okay, let's go up here. We have just enough time to build a Suriname.
Moving out. Receiving. Listening.
Okay.
Listening.
So we're going to go here. We're going to load. I'm trying to remember, like... Which is the one? I can't remember which one is... I'll figure that out later. One of the ones is the advanced version that actually works well, and the other one is not, so let's keep bullying stuff. Before that, let's save our game. Save game. We're grabbing 4. It's getting hot in here, actually. So take off all your clothes. No, don't do that. You'll get arrested. What have we got here? We've got a Bailey, we've got a Churl. There's still that bulwark coming down here, which is nice. We have another bulwark and a Palstave. And what else is happening? We have Halberd, Warrior, Pinnacle, Proctor. Yeah, let's speed things up again. Warrior! Warriors, Warrior Buttress Stomachus. Warriors are godly. Sometimes. But yeah, let's keep trolling this. See, the key with any campaign is actually to move fast. Is because if you can... Well, it's just like like real life. If you cripple the enemy's economy, if you start snatching resource zones quickly, they don't produce forces as fast. So it's possibly the best way to do any campaign is just move quickly, move fast. Have a design that is very cheap. Well, you do have to build well no matter what, but definitely what you want to do is move fast. And begin. Where you go. What are we dealing with here? The warrior. Warrior with gram cannons. Gram cannons are not a problem. Okay, yep. Have we got missiles on the way? Yes, we do. The missiles have decided to be big bullies and just ruin the life of the buttress, just because.
Receiving. Engaging now.
You dare? Are you shooting at me? How dare you? How dare you? Do you know who you're dealing with? I think that's AI dead. No, it isn't. Holy crap, you survived that, you little trooper. Oh well.
Engaging now.
I just realized the front rudders are not in the water. That's very annoying. I need to strap more rudders on this thing just so it turns better. Yeah, I don't think so. Crams? Niet. No, my crams are better than your crams. Oh, I'm having a good time. Can you tell I'm having a good time? I'm having a good time. There's the sawback. Air support. This is so much nicer than when I first fought the Onyx Watch, because now I know what I'm doing. Mostly. We do need to fix those fuses. Either I need to fix the fuses because I'm just dumb, or the devs need to fix the fuses because the fuses are dumb. Where are you, buddy? There you are. That looks so cool. Just off in the distance. Aloof, proud, invulnerable. Except, not really. I have tested these super atmospheric craft. Where'd you go? So fast. I've tested things like the Sawback and the new Orkinus against a craft of other factions. And they generally do okay. But they're not invincible. These guys are only cheese against pretty much the Onyx Watch and Deepwater Guard. Against a lot of other... I'll just pause the game while I talk. Against a lot of other factions, they actually don't work very well. So, anything with good missiles, good lasers, or actually properly good APS that can aim straight up is actually a problem. So, yeah, the Sawback... Where'd you go? There she is. The Sawback is not invincible, not by a long shot. Actually, even things like the Kobold can shoot it down if it doesn't spawn in close enough. So, yeah, it's this is not an automatic I win button. If you perhaps set the altitude to 1,000 meters straight up, then it might be a different story. But for now, not really. Do I have a torpedo on the way? Oh, I flipped it upside down. How mean of me. Damn. Are we even going to be able to shoot this thing? Probably not. Those shots don't look good. They in fact look... Okay. Just aim for the camera, why don't you? Oh, that was a torpedo by the looks of it. AI dead? AI dead! Whee! Actually liking this thing. Admittedly, it is not fighting anything close to its weight class at the moment, but it's doing pretty well. I am happy with it. Okay, how much more do we got? One more place to deal with, and in between episodes I will build a refinery ship. One more. Halberd and a mule. Yeah, I should say the Basilosaurus actually does worse against things that have medium-sized guns. So guns are strong enough to get through its armor, but small enough shells that the LAM system can't deal with them. That is its weakness. Thankfully, the Onyx watch doesn't have that. They tend to go for either very small guns or absolutely massive guns. So this thing was really designed to feature in an episode from the ground up. It's just sheer dumb luck and bloody-mindedness on my part that it can take on anything beyond the Onyx watch. Oh, I love it. The sea is so gentle. And now the murder starts flying. And yes, you picked the correct target, because those frag guns are gonna ruin your life bit by bit. Yay! How are we doing? Great! Not even a scratch on us. Did forget about the halberd, honestly. And those frags are going to hurt, because this thing doesn't have any shields. It just doesn't, because I hate shields. And against the Onyx watch, they're not strictly necessary. But, yeah, they're only really necessary for dealing with timed frag stuff. Wow, that's pretty. I love it. Yeah, I need to strap some more rudders onto that thing, on the bezel. Yeah, please fry that frag gun. You failed to do that thing which I just asked you to do. Dude, stop driving away from stuff. What's wrong with you? This is the problem with always testing in the vehicle designer. It doesn't always work well. Oh my god, really, guys? You exploded at the worst place possible. Although, I don't know, maybe you'll redeem yourself right now. How are you doing? Badly. Seriously, guys? Seriously? This is why nobody plays with crams. Because, like, they're only good on paper. In the actual game, they suck. Horribly. Look at this nonsense. Like, why did you think a block was there? Are you that inaccurate? Come on. Hit it, please. You sinking? Nope. Could you sink? No. Well, this guy is absolutely toast now. Goodbye, mule. You are AI dead. Yep, AI dead. Okay, are you going to kill this thing now? Are you going to... I think we have blinded it, though. That's very helpful. Seriously, what is wrong with you? It was nowhere near there. closer. Get closer. Also, for those of you wondering why I'm not using pen depth crams on this thing, it doesn't... Those cram cannons aren't actually big enough to justify it, and I mean the total size of the cram system rather than the gauge of the gun. Jeez, you're a long thing. Twice as long as the halberd. Considerably skinnier, though. Why did that miss? Draba once again proving he put the miss in missile. What are you doing? You freaky missile. Gosh darn it. Come on. Come on. We're overtime, you know. We've got places to be. We've got things to blow up. I've got dinner to make. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's a nice view. You are driving away from the darn thing again. Is this rudder even in the water? Ah, see, these rudders are barely in the water. I need to drop them down a little bit. I need to drop all the rudders down a little bit. See, there's always something. I've spent several weeks making this craft. I thought I'd thought of everything. I was wrong. Also might make all the guns on it high explosive EMP, and purely to save on frame rate. Look at that, the shell has a reflection. Can you see it? Yay! Well, that was smooth sailing.
Receiving. Moving now.
You get up there, you snaffle that resource.
Moving now.
That is 10,000 worth of salvage. I want that. There we go. Okay, excellent. So, with that, we are all out of time for this episode. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you next time in From the Depths, the Onyx Watch campaign. By next time, I should have a torpedo bomber to play with. Farewell!